With at least 80% of our oceans still uncharted and unexplored, we sure have a lot left to learn about our planet. Yet countless mysteries are floating out of sight under the waves, just waiting for the perfect moment to emerge. Who knows what secrets the deep blue sea really contains? From the rumored spawn of Godzilla captured lurking in the waters of a Japanese bay, to the ancient forest being sucked underwater by a mysterious sinkhole. These are the 15 most terrifying things recently discovered underwater. Marine flatworm consumes prey. This creepy sea creature might look like an alien life form, but it actually lives in our oceans. Filmed in the Philippines by photographer Kurt Kabahug, this extraordinary and unusual animal is known as a flatworm, and while it may look like a bizarre blob, it's actually a fierce predator. Yeah, this particular marine flatworm was caught munching down on a crab at low tide, much to the internet's horror. The marine flatworm is a soft-bodied invertebrate found all over the planet, and with no respiratory or circulatory organs, this curious creature relies on diffusions to breathe in oxygen. Their flowing, flattened shape allows oxygen and nutrients to pass through their bodies, and some species have even been observed growing their entire bodies back if they get chopped in half. As you may have guessed, this flatworm may be lacking a lot of organs, but it certainly isn't lacking in appetite. This unusual animal has a digestive tract with a branch-like gut that circulates nutrients from prey like crabs through their whole body. Imagine if the menacing marine flatworm was big enough to attack humans. We'd never go into the ocean again. Now let's get ready for today's missing topic. And now it's time for our missing topic. This odd, mysterious image was found in the depths of the internet and has ignited the imaginations of online commentators from around the world. It appears to depict a solitary submarine traveling through the ocean, totally oblivious to the fact that a shadowy figure swims alongside them. What is this thing? This dark entity seems to have numerous limbs and no discernible features. Perhaps it's one of the 86% of species scientists estimate we still haven't discovered in the ocean. No matter what it is, we think it's time for that sub to go turbo and get the heck out of there. So, what do you guys think? Join in the conversation by using the hashtag missing topic in the comment section below. Hey, did you know that if you smash the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell, you're more likely to win the lottery? So what are you waiting for? Omaha flooded elevator. If you're scared of elevators, then this viral clip is going to give you nightmares. A group of friends from Omaha in the United States found themselves trapped in an elevator that was slowly filling with floodwater and managed to keep calm enough to film the entire ordeal on social media. You gotta have nerves of steel not to lose your cool in a creepy situation like this. The trio of friends were in their apartment complex when out of nowhere the elevator began to shudder and water from floods outside began to rush in. Tony Liu, who was caught in the flooded shaft, told reporters that at first he and his buddies didn't panic, but by the time the murky water had reached their necks, they knew they were in big trouble. Screaming out for his roommates to come and save them, they were rescued when the doors to the elevator were pried open, causing the dirty water to come spilling out. Most shocking of all, on the other side of the building, the fire department was rescuing another group of people who had also become trapped in a flooded elevator. Thankfully, no one involved sustained any injuries, but we've got a feeling they'll be taking the stairs from here on out. The Sagami Bay creature. This mysterious footage has set hearts racing across the globe. What on earth is this strange otherworldly being lurking on the ocean floor? Filmed in Sagami Bay, southwest of Tokyo, Japan, this grainy underwater video shows an unidentifiable creature, the likes of which have never been seen before. Captured by cameras on board the Japan Agency for Marine Earth Science and Technology, or JAMSTEC Hyper Dolphin ROV, this freaky footage was released to the public and later went viral online. In the darkness, a strange, shadowy shape can be seen, appearing to resemble a giant mass with a mouth of some sorts and two eerie glowing eyes. Scientists have no idea what the Sagami Bay creature could be, but online commentators seem to have a few theories. Some people have suggested that this mysterious being could be the spawn of Godzilla himself, whereas others have claimed that this creepy footage shows nothing more than an old piece of machinery that sunk to the ocean floor. We're not so sure. What do you guys make of this spooky video? Let us know in the comment section below. Dubai's deep diving pool. Check out this world record-breaking pool. Located in the Nad Al Sheba neighborhood in Dubai, this incredible facility lets divers plunge the depths of the unknown into a mysterious underwater world. Filled with 14 million liters of fresh water and plummeting 196 feet 10 inches deep, this sunken city has the same size volume of water as 6-hole Olympic-sized swimming pools and is the deepest pool on the planet. In fact, this extraordinary pool is so vast that it would take several dives to fully explore. So what can you find when you're down there? Well, there are whole streets, abandoned buildings, and even an arcade to discover, and advanced lighting and sound systems installed under the water add to the otherworldly, mysterious vibes. 4 times bigger than any other pool in the world, the water is constantly filtered and circulated using volcanic rock and NASA-developed technology to ensure freshness around the clock. We don't know about you, but we'd love to take a dive in this exhilarating underwater kingdom. Terrifying underwater base jump. Guillaume Neri is a world champion in the adrenaline-fueled sport of freediving. Yep, this underwater activity can be extremely dangerous and sometimes even deadly, and is most definitely not for the faint-hearted. Neri grew up on the Mediterranean coast and discovered freediving when he was just 14 years old, ditching scuba gear in exchange for the oldest breathing apparatus of all time, your lungs. That's right, freedivers wear nothing but a wetsuit while under the water, relying solely on holding their breath in order to stay alive. When Neri was just 20 years old, he became the youngest world record-breaking freediver by descending a whopping 285 feet in one single breath. But before you go out and try this thrilling sport, it's important to remember that freediving actually requires intense training and mental discipline, and even the experts get it wrong sometimes. In 2015, Neri was attempting to break another world record when he blacked out just a few meters from the surface of the water, causing a serious case of lung barotrauma. In fact, this accident was so severe that he actually pulled out of the World Championships and retired from his beloved sport. It just goes to show, no matter how prepared you are for a terrifying underwater base jump, the ocean is still an incredibly dangerous place to be. Defrosted fish. This freaky footage was filmed in a fish market in Japan and has since gone viral all over the globe. Uploaded to Pro Fishing Video's Facebook page, this remarkable footage shows the moment that a frozen fish is brought back to life after being plunged into a vat of ice. The reanimated fish begins to thrash around, demonstrating the amazing ability that cold water fish have to survive freezing cold temperatures. Believed to be some kind of tuna, these fish have antifreeze proteins in their blood that help survive sub-zero climates, and the ice vats in the market keeps the fish frozen enough to slow their heart rate down, but not actually kill them. This keeps the meat fresh enough to use in high-quality Japanese dishes like sashimi, which are served raw. As you can see, this particular fish is frozen stiff in the ice, but as soon as the fisherman grabs it by the tail and holds it under warm water, it begins to squirm around and come back to life, as if by magic. Yikes! We'll never look at the fish in our freezer the same way again. Great white shark snags a decoy. Great white sharks are one of the most feared creatures in our ocean, so watching this footage is like witnessing a real-life horror movie. National Geographic photographer Brian Scary captured the terrifying viral video, recording one of the most formidable animals on our planet in the process. These massive apex predators can reach a whopping 20 feet in length and grow to be 5,000 pounds, and marine experts estimate that the great white shark is also capable of reaching a top speed of 25 miles per hour. This famous shark is a killing machine. So how did Scary get this epic shot of a great white emerging from the waters off Cape Cod without becoming fish food? Well, with the help of some movie magic, of course. Scary used a fake seal as bait and filmed with a state-of-the-art octocopter drone, as well as employing spotter pilots to let him know when the gigantic shark was approaching. The result is truly horrifying. If that's the way it treats a seal decoy, we'd hate to see what that shark would do to a real-life seal. Orca catches up to motorboat at terrifying speed. While we're on the topic of enormous ocean predators, we had to squeeze in this disturbing footage of a killer whale torpedoing through the waves at a terrifying speed. This powerful orca was filmed via underwater cameras rigged to a motorboat and can be seen charging through the ocean at around 25 miles per hour. The scariest thing of all is that this deadly killer whale has clearly set its sights on destroying this boat. The frightening footage was uploaded to the internet and later posted to YouTube, racking up hundreds of thousands of views. Experts believe that while 25 miles per hour is the average speed for an orca in pursuit, these menacing marine mammals can actually reach phenomenal speeds of up to 40 miles per hour in short bursts. In other words, if a killer whale starts chasing you, you better put your foot on the gas. While some online commentators have claimed this viral video is fake, the photographer and many other people have insisted this footage is the real deal. Real or fake, we still wouldn't want to find out what happens when a deadly orca catches up with your boat. Trees getting swallowed by underwater sinkhole. In Louisiana, a giant and mysterious sinkhole has been swallowing up everything in sight, including this forest. Footage of the underwater sinkhole in Bayou Corn has gone viral, and this insane video shows the shocking moment that these 40-foot cypress trees are consumed by the force of nature in less than 30 seconds. According to reports, the sinkhole was caused by a collapsing salt mine and has created an environmental disaster in the area, with an entire town already being forced to evacuate their homes. Local people have claimed that it all started one summer when residents began to smell diesel and noticed mysterious gas bubbling on the surface of the swamp. Since then, it's said to have caused around $12 million worth of damage, including swallowing up these towering trees. To make matters worse, there are rumors that officials don't even know exactly how deep the sinkhole is, and a measuring cord reaching 750 feet in length didn't even reach the bottom of the ominous hole. And that's pretty terrifying. The cannibalistic lancetfish. The long-snouted lancetfish has a very gruesome reputation, all thanks to the fact that they're known for cannibalizing their own species. This nocturnal predator can grow to be over 6.5 feet and has a mouth full of enormous fangs that they use to tear up their victims, which in some cases can be other lancetfish. But these freaky fish really aren't fussy when it comes to their food. Studies have shown that they'll swim as deep as 6,000 feet in order to hunt, and Japanese scientists have found all manner of prey from various depths of the ocean inside the stomach of a lancetfish that washed up on the shore. When it comes to feasting, this creature will go to great lengths to satisfy their hunger. Horrifying gumboot chitin. Found all the way across the western coast of the United States, from California all the way up to Alaska, this outrageous animal is bound to be the craziest sea creature that you've never seen. We're talking about the mysterious gumboot chitin, a jelly-like blob that will haunt your nightmares forever. You're welcome. Despite their wobbly appearance, this curious creature actually has rows of extremely sharp teeth that they use to tear their way through delicious algae on the seabed. Yum! The gumboot chitin might seem like an extraterrestrial species, but they're actually mollusks, belonging to the same family as mussels and snails. They have 8 armored plates along their back called valves and spend most of their lives hanging out in the seaweed to avoid ocean predators. In fact, these creepy-looking creatures can actually live to be 40 years old. The gumboot chitin, also known as the wandering meatloaf, is the largest of all the chitins, and in our opinion, the most bizarre. And we're not mad that these alien creatures spend most of their time hiding from humans. Florida toxic red tide. Of all the natural phenomena in the world, this has to be the most silent and the most deadly. Yeah, you'll never hear the red tide coming, but when it does, it may already be too late. Caused by extremely high levels of dangerous algae accumulating in giant mass, this killer red tide can be fatal to both sea creatures and humans. This devastating algae bloom can last for weeks at a time, destroying hundreds of tons of marine life and closing down entire beaches. Plus, any shellfish caught and prepared for human consumption can contain deadly levels of the toxic algae. So even if you aren't swimming in the ocean, if you're not careful, you still might find yourself exposed to the red tide. The poisonous sea foam in these areas has been known to melt away birds' feathers, causing them to drown, and there seems to be no way of fighting it once it's arrived on your shores. The red tide has occurred everywhere from Florida to Alaska, killing everything in its path as it rolls along the ocean. You've officially been warned. The devil scorpionfish, also known as the devil goblinfish. The scorpionfish is a demonic-looking creature that lurks in the depths of the Indo-Pacific Ocean as well as the Red Sea. Despite their terrifying appearance and large ghoulish head, the scorpionfish is actually a master of disguise and blends in perfectly on the seabed among rocks and seaweeds. Here, they remain camouflaged until a misfortunate fish makes the mistake of swimming by. The devil scorpionfish will then make a lunge for the sea creature, inhaling their victim with their enormous mouth. When threatened, they'll raise the rows of highly venomous spines along their back and can charge towards their attackers at alarming speed. Ouch! When this freaky fish is illuminated by the blue or ultraviolet light of a diver's torch, something fascinating yet extremely creepy happens. It'll exhibit biofluorescence and re-emits the light as an eerie deep blood red. Okay, so now we know why they call it the devil scorpion fish. We definitely wouldn't want to bump into this poisonous fish in the ocean. Floating spaghetti monster. It may look like a giant bowl of spaghetti, but this creepy creature is very much alive. Found 4,000 feet deep off the coast of Angola, this mysterious organism was discovered by oil and gas workers operating an ROV. Completely baffled by what they saw on the camera footage, they sent the tape of this horrific-looking creature to marine biologists who claimed that the floating spaghetti monster was actually a collection of zooids known as Bathyphysa conifer. But what are zooids? Well, basically, they're a group of individual organisms that each have their own special function. Some of them navigate through the water, some of them hunt prey, some spend their lives eating, and others are solely there to reproduce. Together, they create one giant creature that lives in the shadows deep down in the ocean. Pretty weird, right? Sure. These conifers might look like the final boss of a particularly horrifying video game, but this strange, ethereal creature seems to come in peace. At least, we hope it does. Terrifying mud volcano inferno. And now it's time for our final terrifying thing discovered underwater. And what could be more spine-tingling scary than a live volcano? Well, how about 1,000 mud volcanoes? Yet mud volcanoes are a real thing, and out of the 1,000 that exist in the world, there are roughly 400 of them concentrated in the Caspian Sea. Just off the coast of Azerbaijan, this Eurasian country is known as the Land of Fire thanks to its alarmingly high number of mud volcanoes, and when they explode, you'll certainly know about it. Giant pillars of fire and flames have soared hundreds of feet into the air, erupting from out of the ocean, and thanks to the enormous reserves of natural gas and oil in the area, there's not much chance of these eruptions slowing down. Let's just say this might not be the best spot to enjoy a relaxing day of sailing. You might find yourself at the center of a raging mud inferno, and nobody wants that. Yep, the ocean is a strange and mysterious place, and we haven't even begun to reveal all the secrets that this uncharted territory is concealing. Which one of these terrifying underwater discoveries gave you the creeps? As always, you can let us know what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.